My house got broken into over 10 times in a month. So I'm gonna tell you the whole story about this because I guarantee you're gonna end up laughing with me about it. I'm gonna explain to you exactly what I was thinking, what was going on in my mind throughout this entire process. So first of all, this was for a house flip of mine that I recently acquired through Tinder. And if you're like, whoa, how did you find a deal on Tinder? I actually made a separate video on it and I'll link it down below. But instead in this video, I wanna talk about what happened while I actually had the home. So once I had the home, I started the rehab and there were really no issues with break-ins or squatters during the actual renovation itself. But once the contractors finished the rehab, it was all downhill from there. So now we're in the spot where the renovation is finished and I had my project manager install the alarm system. And honestly, for the next couple weeks, that alarm system just was going off and off and off. And I was constantly sending police to the home. It got to the point to where I would call the police station and they would recognize me by voice. So I would call them, talk to the lady who answered and kind of start to explain my situation. And she'd always stop me and say, wait, you're the guy from Vegas, right? You don't live in town. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. And in my head, I'm thinking, how the heck has it gotten this bad to where the police know my voice? So every time the home was broken into, I'd send the police out first, and then I would send my project manager out to make sure the home was secure and the alarm system was set. And sometimes I'd even have to send my general contractor out to re-board the boarded up windows or the boarded up entrances that he put, because the squatters or the people there would actually like rip them off to get access, and it was insane. And it got worse when the squatters stole my actual alarm system, which made it a lot more difficult to know when to dispatch the police. And speaking of the police, look, I have nothing against the police. I think they're amazing, I think they do their job, they serve and they protect us. But if I'm being honest, there was this one time where I was just like, y'all are useless. And here's what happened. So the neighbor tells me that there are people in the home, so I send the police out right away. The officer gets to the home, he sees that the front door is wide open, and he calls me. He goes, hey, the front door is wide open. I don't really know who's in the home. Can you send one of your guys out here? And in my head, I'm thinking, dude, that's why he sent you to the home. It's to catch the bad guys. Like, you have the gun, you have the authority, like, go inside. Like, I didn't tell him that. Kinda I did, but in a nice way. But at that point, I was like, you are completely useless. I was like, I don't know what the process is exactly. Maybe that's the process, but I'm like, it's an empty looking home. The door's open. Like, there's probably people in there somewhere hiding. And I'm laughing at this because I have a lot of other friends who are investors and flip homes, and I see them dealing with their squatters, and on their stories, I'll see that their police will catch their squatters. I'm like, I wish that would happen for me. It's never happened. But anyways, because of the squatters and the vandalism, I had to pay an extra $5,000 to pay for all the damages that they did. And that's kind of a large amount if you didn't plan for that at all. And some of the damages that were made, I thought it was initially all squatters, but some of the damages and the things that they broke made me really think whether they were a squatter or whether or not they just had something against me. For example, they broke the electrical circuit, the breaker box, they cut the pipe to the sink. They broke a lot of stuff with plumbing that, typically if you're a squatter, you want the plumbing to work, you want electricity worked, so you have stuff to use. But these were things that they broke without stealing anything, which was weird. But anyways, like I said, I spent an extra $5,000 on this project when I didn't intend to. I still made about $20,000, which was good. It was supposed to be more. It was actually supposed to be $30,000 because other stuff happened, but I'm not gonna bring that up here. Instead, I want you to learn from this video a couple things. If you're new to the whole flipping game and you wanna start flipping houses, you have to be prepared for this stuff, especially if you're gonna be buying in a not so great neighborhood. So my tips for you to deal with squatters and vandalism is know that if you're gonna be buying in a bad neighborhood, budget for it. Squatters are probably gonna get in the home, they're probably gonna break stuff, so budget for it ahead of time so that you don't overpay for that home. I also want you to be prepared to put in an alarm system. I want you to have a project manager or yourself to be going out to the property multiple times a week, especially after they finish the renovation project, because that's when the squatters will know, oh, no one's gonna be in the home for a while. But overall, just understand that it's part of the game, it's part of the learning process. No matter what, if you're gonna be doing big business as a flipper, you are going to have squatters, and you need to just prepare for it, budget it ahead of time financially, and also just mentally prepare for it yourself, because it can get a little bit stressful. If you stuck here to the very end, thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna be doing a giveaway because you stuck here to the end. Just make sure you comment down below and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you at the next one.